Go-to triple protection. Oh, freaks. It kicks.
Hines asking Dalton to still let this one come out to the 25. The Ravens offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And you figure this should be a healthy rest of the focus. They're working on a good winning streak. They got a week off last week. This is really a team Charles that you want to take care of.
I would agree absolutely with that. The coaches work so hard, the organization is working hard. There's only confidence that they're playing so well. Now they got to we'll see teams come back after the early week and come out flat. So what a lot of good coaches do is game plan for that of their teams on defense and they blitz more in the beginning, getting going on offense and maybe a little tempo. Anything that can be done on offense is right in the years. Besides the junior
You're doing it at 17, and then you go to 6'8". There's a bright future. He was a star player for the nation, but a senior that he figured he would give up. This is no more teammate.
He's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 50 yards rushing for the carries to this one.
Just about quickly talks to us the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be the issue. And then the next one talks about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw exactly what that was important there, especially early in the game like they did. So how about that for a change? We're all the way down inside the 40 now on first and 10. Another big game this one goes for 19 yards. From the red zone. Back-to-back receptions for him. It's another first down. Just picking up yardage in the punches.
He's clearly playing really clear. That's going to help.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7 our score. Stonewall on second down. Now let's see what they can do on third and 2.
We'll see where they go.
49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. So if they take it, this gets the side.
He's got a backup white guard that can easily stop
From the 6 they're going to get jumbo center offensively.
We'll see what he's made of with the new contract that he got last year that keeps him this summer. We'll keep all of that happen. Washington is down a fast stretch to nowhere.
13-7. So for the ones that are boys, he's going to feel what you're going to get, but I can see the storyline.
I love that though for vision of your corner because to me it's a corner of 6. I get it. I don't think it fits. He's too celebrated to go to the great point guard to the left.
You look at him and I think him and Steph playing together. They're great friends. But the reality is the fit is not ideal. Now, unless you're going to go out there and get big and score the play, which we haven't seen Golden State do under the stewardship of Steve Kerr, at least in recent memory. This works.
2 yards the loss, second and 12.
24. And I'm looking at it from that standpoint. You want to clear that away. You want to sit there and just move all the way because you can't coexist. He can't coexist with Draymond Green. That's understandable. But the Green is the 3-year-old point guard. What is that 3-year-old? continues and you look at the Jazz. The young man out of UCF, Watkins, especially you talk about changing the game on the defensive front side as Taylor Hendricks.
Yeah. How'd it go? It's dope.
It's really cold in there.
Oh, in the ER?
Yeah.
9 stitches?
9 stitches.
He introduced me and my twin brother.
So when you got to take them out, how long does it take?
He was with me at UCF.
Within 7 days. How about in 7 days they have
We've
to
been playing
come
basketball
off?
since we were 5. You know, he's been with me through like
What happened? What you did?
We've had the same high school classes, middle school classes, elementary classes. Sometimes, like when we're getting ready to go to a function and we have to get dressed, sometimes we come out with the exact same clothes on, like unintentionally, and then one of us has to change. I feel like it's going to be a little bit challenging because, you know, I've had to throughout my whole life, but, you know, I have to get ready for next year for my twin brother that gave us the same shoes. I mean, I always did for the same shoes, but if you don't have the base, that's really that.
What a story. Taylor will only have one season without his brother before Tyler begins his NBA draft process. Taylor, the good brother Boston Young and your twin brother Tyler. You become one of the first to be drafted out of that program. Let's talk a little bit about your journey to get to this moment, Taylor.
It took a lot of hard work.
Danielle, well, this is a beautiful moment that you guys are celebrating tonight. This wasn't easy, making this happen. But did you see this for yourself?
Since they were 5 years old, I've seen this. Hard work. He works really hard. He always puts on first. And this day was coming.
I would argue that this probably isn't possible without you and him going back and forth in one-on-one in epic games. What are you most proud of as the birthday celebrates tonight?
Such a hard worker, you know, people do this since we were little, so I just
preparing. 6'9.5" and a 7'1" wingspan. That is something that I think the Utah Jazz are really excited about. When you watch the NBA and you think about your game, what parts of your game translate the best?
I feel like, first and foremost, my effort. You know, the effort I give on the offensive end and defensive end, my shooting ability, my ability to block shots and just guard different positions, and just the ability to fit in with a lot of different lineups is, you know, something that I would love to bring to the Jazz.
Twin brother Tyler, mom Danielle, Taylor, congratulations. Today's NBA is a versatile big who can guard the rim that can run over the floor and space it. If you are a big man, if you can space it with threes, you're an asset. Especially when you focus on the legend level of the big time. Doing whatever they got to do. Remember, he was lights up to because he had a relatively small lineup. They believe he's a 3-4. They think he's got a lot of potential. Let's see what happens. Hendricks goes to Tulsa. They get a big and then here's the series. The elaboration offensively. Speaking of dreams coming true, this one in the first overall pick in 2023 draft from San Antonio Spurs tonight. The first fight they take the number 1 overall NBA experience with the Victor Congratulations, you guys. Very nice for joining us on the PNC. Victor, obviously, you're coaching you were going to San Antonio, but what was that like the year you're in hands and big bodies? Really special to that.
On first and 10, Harrell looking deep for McCollum. It's knocked away, and Cooper
This question is special to our show. Obviously, you are very happy to be the number 1 overall pick in the NBA draft. What does it mean to you that he was thinking about San Antonio? Considering Tony Walker came in and put a touchdown in the first half, second one not to be.
Right where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy that already scored one, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to defense. I like what Joe Burrow does, even though it was
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. Halftime over, no problem with us. We skip right to the third quarter and continue this midseason contest. Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gates. And we will see a return to start the half as a crucial touchdown. Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin the third quarter. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated to as they begin the fourth quarter here, trailing and looking for more momentum.
Yeah, you're right. The focus was in the passing game. To their credit, it was a doubling amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, you could anticipate that defense moving the ball, something, and still making it nice and easy to go. And there should be some guys.
So in open territory, now it's a 1st and 10 at the 46. Now has it thrown, it's complete. 5-yard gain gets into the 42. 2nd and 5.
So we are stopping a lot of us.
Back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he's stopped immediately there. Looks like no gain on the play there. That will be 3rd down. Number 5 on the finds him out on the crossing route. And it's overtaken again for 1st down at the Ravens' 27-yard line. Give him 14 yards that time. First down. On 1st down, Harold. And he knocks the ball away before it's over.
It's almost like they start finding that we can see them when they're hitting from the red zone. But this defense gets too many stops. They can keep that area that you build in today.
I mean, we have quotes from Giannis saying he has the chance to be one of the best to ever play the game. What kind of expectations
Here comes easy play late. He needs 14 yards on 3rd down. Looks for it. He'll go with the ball. Nowhere to take here. He's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit, as they say, higher away from long distance. And his kick is good. And that's the good news. Just 20-17. So we're facing a deficit coming out of the and this is the field goal to cut into that deficit.
two other
Coming out of the break, you know, their defense had to take all three there. Chicken almost every one NBA championship. Think about that.
Opting not to risk it, and this will come down to the 25. The Ravens offense getting set now for their first possession of the second half.
It's just crazy. It's always been a, you know, it's why I don't deserve it. You know, I work so hard for this my whole life. But
That's really hard. I feel like it was really action shows in the third quarter. Just a 3-point game. Second team.
many people would like to be like this.
And the second one of the two players is going to get it. This is stopped by the line. 2 yards the loss, and then this one to Jordan. See if we can have Jordan here against the Raiders. To throw on third down. Normal looking outside of his guy. That's great. He takes us beyond the 35 before he got it down. That one goes for 13 and a Raven first down.
Let's talk about moving the sticks and controlling football. There's a great example right there. Those are the third downs and being able to win football games. We're in the third quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep it away from the other team.
You should watch your spending, honey. I'm saving with Liberty Mutual Mall. They customize your car insurance so you only pay for what you need. Check it out. You can save
Experience our most advanced smart toilet yet. New 2.0. Focus. Determination. Drive. Some say bold. Some say Yes, drink. Liquid IV powder hydrates 2 times faster than water alone. Give you a boost.
When I started calling so many people worried about the cards, they just seemed really scary. And there was no credit check. My score went up over 60 points, and I won the first one. As a busy college student, having a card.
Welcome back to NBA Draft 2023 on ABC, presented by State Farm. Taking a guy alongside Stephen A. Smith and Monica McNabb. Let's get to know the draftees. The average age, they started playing basketball 6 years old. The greatest NBA influence, the late great Kobe Bryant. The youngest prospect coming in is G.G. Jackson, Gregory Jackson II, born in 2004. And of course, we just talked to the tallest prospect, that is Victor Wembanyama, 7'5". My pick is over on ESPN. All the 2 rounds here on ABC. These profile the families and their journeys, and we've got some picks coming in. Jason Wallace coming out of Kentucky, pick number 10, and it's in a proposed trade from the Denver Thunder going to the Mavericks, and you can see the reaction of Jason Wallace. This young man, he knows who he is. He's not afraid of tough coaching under Coach Cal. And whoever's going to get it, they're going to get a guy who's ready to play on both sides. They classified him as a safe fit. What they said about him is that he can shoot the basketball. Nothing spectacular, but he said he gets reliable. He knows how to play the game. And you know players that come to you get the good stuff. I think we got to open the gym. What's the biggest one? Or even bigger than what's the biggest You guys have a funky radio. You watched your brother. I'm sure you guys have epic battles in the front canoe in the park. What do you think of this basketball journey when you see it culminate tonight?
teammates go spit in the days go in the game getting mad, turning it into their own game and trying to counter a passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you got everything covered, here comes a blitz guy in the backfield. In this case, it gets away from the ball.
But you will now join a long list of Kentucky men that have gone on to these NBA careers as Coach Carmel sitting in the arena tonight. Is there pressure, expectation to join that legacy, and how has Kentucky prepared?
It's definitely expectation for me. Pressure, it just builds on, in my opinion. So Kentucky bars, Kentucky players in general, they get to the league, they stick for a while. And Kentucky, they
He's going to walk one deep inside here. And the defense is covered. It's intercepted. He's had a fantastic rookie season.
We got to give him one. I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for him and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they did is pretty sensational.
So the Niners to take over on offense. They're working on a 4-game winning streak, and they need this one well right now as they start first and 2.
Already on your squad. Aldridge gets his comeback with the record they already had.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's got some space here.
Then you get
So first and goal, 6 points here. We're going a long way towards wrapping this one up. Back to throw. Harrell. And he's lost with his third touchdown of the ball game, number 12 on the season. And the Mondays are out onto the lead. They're also closing in on a 5th straight victory. That is punished off by a touchdown to San Francisco. The 49ers ready to kick it away, and here we go. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchdown. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. Now the throw here is running back. And he'll be taken down, but not before they get a close. 26 and also first down.
Congratulations. What's going through your mind?
Operating from the gun. Norwood complete. It's Gray. And they're going to give this to about the 44-yard line. That's a statement of this offense. Drive out to the tight end.
He uses size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective game nonetheless.
to throw on second down. Norwood. And that too far in front. He couldn't read it. It's incomplete. Ravens on third down. They've been very good for second thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. They'll look to throw again. This pass caught by Gray. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 25-yard line. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him first down. Operating from the gun. That's going to be caught by Pickens. That is one outside the 22-yard line. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they get on second down. Operating from the gun. And that is incomplete. Allowing first down down there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Here's the center. This is 4. Operating from the gun. Norwood. Get an open man to Olave. And he will have a Ravens first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards.
You just want to see them happy, and you want to see them fulfill their dreams, whatever that dream is. I know his heart is so happy. That's all I can ask for. You know, keep it slow. You know, every
Set up the screen behind us. Inside the 5 here with the 40s out of bounds right at the 3. Given 6 on the screen.
Congratulations. That's a nice design there. But sometimes you see the ballers out there, they kind of slow you down and force you to adjust. You always appreciate a guy trying to help you. But maybe one less thing that could have turned this into a big game.
You got to choose between football
As soon as they take over possession, it didn't matter where they were in the field. They were always going to be backed up. So they've been preparing for that under pressure the entire time.
So he's been automatic to this part of the season as he connects on the field goal.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx it.
And it's a good pass to 25 to the 26-yard line. The Raiders take a good look at offense. The offense is coming back out here. Energy level we're looking to do so. And the way they have to do it after scoring a touchdown Charles the last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline for him. He just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they can't get the field, I guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there. Because they know that this is the defense.
Down to the final 2 minutes. And a one-score game. So it's 49ers football here as we get you reset. Not totally home-free yet, but it's looking good as they pick up 1st and 10. They'll try to run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. This is probably another one here in 2nd and 8. One back in the backfield, and he'll get there. And he's open bounds. It looks like right at the 15 yards
especially his dad, Jawar. I think that he won't have any problem in that department. Even that is a great transfer to the ball.
On first down, they go to ground attack. And a pretty good burst right there. So take his team into the 3rd. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn there after getting the first down. One back in the backfield, he'll get carried. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Looking for his second and 11 here after the loss. Looks like Nick Kroll here. And you're experienced here. And as he can take it down to the first down, the Ravens on the team.
The expectations, the dream that you have.
Inside the red zone here, look to throw. And this is it's a touchdown. What a huge touchdown there as obviously the last stages of the third quarter as they try to put this one away. And Brandon, you know what's so cool about this league? They'll be very proud of every rep. If they close this game out, just a few snaps remaining, they can't relax just yet. Extra point right down the middle. Leads us to 15 now. So this clock spans 7 plays, and the Eagles for the 49ers a touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as it sails over the line. So the Ravens now down by 15. A minute 11 to go. Their 4-game winning streak in league danger. Throwing to start the drive. Norwood pass complete to Jones. And he's brought down. Getting this one up to about the 35. And this is incomplete. Physical football there at second and goal. Here's second and 10 down from the 55. Solid move, but he's courageous to get it for him. They'll get to line, and that's also third down. Looking for Grant, he's got it. Oh, they can't get out of bounds. He'll have the first down, but he's put down in play. Back to throw again. Finally, down for the first somebody lit a fire under their offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed in the division. They come out, they had the big second half, and that lets them to the victory. And Brandon, trailing at halftime, we always talk about teams making adjustments. You know what the best adjustments usually are? It's just executing them. Because the game plan you put in place as a game, often still just to make those changes. Just have to do a little bit better with the team. And they did that as a second half, and that led to the victory. So the 49ers, they get number 10 in the years, they move to 10-1. And then they go on the road next week to take on the Tennessee Titans. Meanwhile,
let me ask you this. Are y'all happy that he ended up in Portland as opposed to Charlotte? What are y'all thoughts about that?
Honestly, I'm happy. I'm just excited. I'm happy. I feel like it didn't really matter where he went. You know, he worked so hard for this moment. So it's just like wherever he went, he's going to do great. And he's going to be a great player.
You know what I love about this, though? You guys are all wearing the same emblem, the H7, right? Representing all the siblings. This is an entire journey, not just one person. You guys are a part of this entire journey. And this offseason, leading up to the draft, you worked out with Steph Curry.
Yes.
What was that like?
It's honestly, to see him in person is pretty crazy. You know, the amount of times he's been close to zero. So, not being there and, you know, just picking his brain every single time. And I might get annoyed in the workouts, but it's special to work alongside him and learn things and just go hard with him. So, it was special.
Were you almost hospitalized? I only asked that question because I saw J.R. Smith, former NBA player, talking about one of his former teammates having to guard Steph Curry one day. And he almost had to be hospitalized because he had to chase him around so much. He needed an oxygen mask. Is that what happened to you?
Nah, he was ramping it up for the beginning of the summer. And I was just, you know, finishing up kind of with the pre-work, the workouts and all that. But, nah.
Okay, now lean back again because I got to come on. I'll get back to the listeners, okay? So let me ask y'all this question. We see his game. We see how aggressive he can be. But we also understand he's got leadership because he's got y'all. We understand that, okay? What are y'all expectations of him as a rookie? Are we going to see this guy take the league by storm as an offensive player, meaning somebody that's putting up points, or pretty much somebody that's a floor general or an orchestrator? What should we expect to see from him?
I think you should expect the unexpected. I think he's a great player. It's always going to be a show whenever he steps in those 4 lines. So I think you should just expect whatever you think going to happen, just double it.
So she said we should expect to see a great player. Is that the first time she's ever said great to you? Because I suspect she never told her. She never said that until today.
Not really. She says good all the time, but she says good, but now it's good coming up. All right. There's nothing better to have sisters push you. We see that. This is a celebration for the entire family. Well done. Looking forward to following your career in Portland. Thank you so much, guys.
Thank you. By the way, if he struggles, a game per game, I'm gonna watch him and then I'm gonna look for quotes from his sisters. Now, tell him what's going on. They're gonna tell her. They're gonna tell her.
Thank you so much. Hey, we got a trade coming in for us as we deal in real time at the NBA, and that is Derek Lively, a proposed trade. And Lively is going to Dallas. The Duke star, Peyton Wallace, we just talked about him from Kentucky. He is going to Oklahoma City. And for Derek Lively, this journey for him is reaction. You see next to him his mother. She has been through so much. He came to Duke as ESPN's top-ranked overall player out of high school. A calf injury cost him some time early in the season, but Lively hit his stride. His defensive dominance was obvious, and then the small sample size complemented an inner strength cultivated by his mom.
You never had to wonder, man, I wonder where that guy is. He's the loudest. He's getting on everybody the most. He's joking around. He's lively, no pun intended.
Drive, lob it to Lively! Puts that thing down!
In one season at Duke, Derek Lively led all Division I freshmen in blocked shots.
You got it rejected!
His talent and zest for life traced directly back to one person.
The players I've played with, the guys I've coached, they're as tough as their moms are. And Kathy, she doesn't mess around.
My mom's my superhero. My mom's the reason why I play basketball. She's really the reason why I keep fighting every day.
Derek's mom, Kathy, played college basketball at Penn State, then introduced her son to the game. Life took a dramatic turn for both when Derek was 7 years old.
I waited until he kind of really started to ask me, like, how did Dad pass away? And I told him, I was like, addiction is a very dark path for people. I was absolutely devastated. He was devastated. There's no doubt about it.
At that young of an age, you really just don't understand some of the things you're going through. You don't realize how it's going to affect you, how it's going to change your future, how much more you got to fight.
The fight intensified. 1 year after losing Derek Sr., Kathy was diagnosed with Hodgkin's lymphoma in 2013.
I didn't realize for the long journey that we had ahead. She's gone through everything and even more than anything I could possibly imagine. Just makes me want to try even harder and play even harder.
Obviously, the cancer word for anybody is devastating. Hodgkin's is beatable, curable, however you want to word it, talk about it. So I was like, okay, we're good.
A decade-long battle with the disease ensued. Chemotherapy and 2 stem cell transplants did not diminish Kathy's resolve.
She's such a no-excuse person. I don't think she's ever told me she's not doing well. When in reality, I know that's not the truth.
Last year, the long-awaited moment finally arrived. July 9th, 2022.
That was the day that I was at Duke, and she called me and told me that she was completely in remission. So being able to make sure that she's spoiled now, she makes sure she's living the best life possible, and I'm just doing everything that I possibly can to make her happy.
When Derek started making money from NIL, the profit off his name, image, and likeness, all right, you're buying your mom a house, you bought your dad a tombstone, which he never had. I don't know if many people would think of going back to make sure, your dad is taken care of that way.
Not many kids have had to face the adversities that he's had to go through. And I think it's humbled him. I think it's built a lot of character and resilience. He won't back down. We've had to figure it out our whole lives, the two of us.
And the two of them celebrating. Kathy Drysdale with her son Derek Lively has a tattoo of his mom saying on his right arm, "Life isn't measured by the breaths we take, but by the moments that take our breath away." Monica standing by.
Derek, what you just said to me before the cameras got here, I want you to say it and give the same expression.
I'm a pro. It's crazy. I'm just so happy to be here. It's a dream just getting started. I'm so excited.
Now, you guys' story has been well documented. You navigated loss, you navigated health challenges, but you're here. And what I love about you both, Kathy, is that you have such a championship energy about you. You made it. How are you feeling as you watch your son realize his dream?
I'm so emotional. I don't know what I should do right now. I mean, I'm so proud of everything that he's been through, and to persevere through everything and work hard and know what he wants to do. I mean, I'm honored to be his mother and just so proud of everything that he's been through. It's amazing.
Derek, congratulations. It's such a tremendous night. You look fantastic.
Really appreciate that. Thank you.
Monica, thank you so much. Stephen A. Smith, Kevin Nagani back here with you here on ABC. And this is what it's all about. The families and their journey with their sons and hearing their names called by the commissioner as we profile with in-depth storytelling of the top 30 picks over on ESPN. You can go pick by pick and analysis for the 2 rounds. But here it's about the moments, and specifically when you watch Derek Lively, he could jump out of the building. Can he stay healthy? And when you look at his size, it's a difference maker.
Well, no question about it. There's several teams that needed somebody that could be a rim protector. He's clearly that kind of guy. It would have been nice if somebody like the Dallas Mavericks had gotten their hands on somebody like that. Somebody like the Golden State Warriors getting their hands on somebody of that magnitude. He's got athleticism. He's about playing defense. He's about blocking shots. And obviously, he's about intestinal resolve, because you know that story that we just highlighted, that, you know, his mother's going through, being there for her, as somebody that has experienced that personally. I know how gut-wrenching and how heart-wrenching that can be. And so for him to be there in this moment with her means the world to him, and this going to serve as a very inspirational thing for him moving forward, because anything that he does makes her proud, and that's his #1 priority. I can assure you of that.
Well said, Stephen A. Moms are the best. They are the MVPs each and every single day, and we see the impact that they have on these young men. Yesterday, members of this year's draft class took part in community events throughout New York City in partnership with New Era. Draftees hosted a junior NBA and NBPA youth basketball combine event at the NBPA's headquarters. Additionally, draftees unveiled a new STEM lab as part of the NBA Cares State Farm Assist Tracker at PS92 in Harlem. Much more after this.
It's hard to run a business on your own. Make it easier on yourself with Shopify. You can have everything you need, streamline your shipping, returns, and product storage, so you can focus on growing your business. Start your journey with a free trial today.
Ace is the only national hardware retailer that carries Benjamin Moore paint at over 4,000 stores. And only Ace offers the extra mile promise. We'll help you get everything you need to pay in one trip, or delivery is free. Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
Research shows people remember heartwarming ads. So to help you remember that Liberty Mutual customizes your home insurance, here's a touching moment.
I want to give you something very special. But I want my wedding day. Liberty Mutual customizes your home insurance. We were on a database of literally years. I'm not a young person. Then just go to the dealership for a high-rate purchase because you already do the deal yourself.
getting the ball there for the opportunity. He needed a conversion on 3rd down, and the big play is down to Smith. Looking to throw. And this will move the chains again as the crowd's going to be behind 49ers.
Stronger, bigger. Neutral has taken me back to the hair I was meant to have.
I got back to you.
Start your hair growth journey at Nutrafol.com.
From the right side, he'll look to throw. He's shot back over 20. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring us
Spurs in number 2. The Hornets going with Brandon Miller, the Alabama star. We saw the extreme down in the pass.
Quarterback helpless really in the pocket against a pass rush like that.
Grammy-nominated artist and author, entrepreneur, that's that Joe joining us. Good to have you here with us. I'm trying to figure out, I mean, this is my man here. I'm trying to figure out, what the hell are you doing here? I mean, the Knicks don't have a first-round pick. Why you don't show up today? What's up?
He lets this one fly. Trying to send it in the end zone. As the Niners are in good position
Steve. I mean, last week, and you're ready for them to move again here. Not anticipating the result, but you have to understand why they did what they did. That quarterback's been hot. You want to keep the ball in his hand. Let's see if he can keep the magic going.
So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. And a glance here at the shifty mobile Super. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And they'll be able to this before being stopped at the 28. Those numbers from last week's contest. 19 carries, 130 yards.
Now that was the Thursday night game short week. You know, you have a lot of time in the Thursday night when you built up to get his legs back for this game.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. He's able to get the ball down to 2. 4 yards to pick up the first down. The Niners are 10-1 now. They've certainly found their grip here in the last 5 in a row.
This team is absolutely playing the best of the best that we've seen them play. We're talking about sky's the limit as far as they're concerned. Their confidence is really solid.
Second and 1. He's got him wide open, complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 36. Back to throw. Harris. And it's almost intercepted. Deuces wild here. 2nd Titans coming back onto the field for their second drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football. Wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of the plays, try to go to those spots and get your offense going.
So communication shifts, second and 10 from the 25. Throwing again.
North Carolina, but you gotta have this
on the right sideline, but not on the field to play. The Saints incomplete.
when I look at him, I see a guy that can go inside, but he's an open court. He created his own shot. He shoot from deep. I like his potential. He's a good shot.
It's a short kick to the tight end. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first. As the tackle has been made to 33. On now is the Titans runner. As he's going to punt for the first time in the stretch of this one, and this is a rocket. And now he was hoping for Burns as he kicked it in the end zone for a touchdown. Back out there comes the 49ers offense ready for their second drive. As mentioned, this is one of the hottest teams in the NFL. And they're winning streak in this one. Now playing here on Thursday night. If this helps or hurts their momentum.
He's going to go play. He's going to take a short week. The teams are going to win.
You know what? To win an NBA championship, you have to have
themselves and rest about their opponents. So when you're looking well, you just worry about the things you're doing well.
I just grabbed the kid and told him in his head, I'm watching. I won't say it, I'm watching. Look at everybody. He has this fire to see it. I say, listen, everything this night.
Got his man complete over the middle. That's McCoy. And he gets out to midfield.
This 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We already know. You're going to be picked up each other. That be the things in the league. Years later. This is not about this is about the heart to win. This is about the heart to win. This is about 1, 2, 3, 4. And I think it's very important to listen to him because he ain't just a rapper off the short of it. He ain't just a part of the he believes in all
And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
He doesn't get good control of this down because when you're in trouble against zone, there's sometimes things different.
This is second and 7 from the 47. Looking to throw. And he'll cross over at the 25. He's going to be lined up. This drive will lead us into the first down.
That's going to be on the program. Strength to occupy some space, kind of body people away to catch the football. Not just this guy, he's a really fine guy. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes.
And some good turnovers there as he worked his way down at the 2-yard line. Down to the 12, it's 1st and 10. Now shotgun snap, he's going to look to throw. He's going to flip one out here. He's running back. Just a game count there. And it'll be second down.
Defensive line, they're ready when he catches the ball. Shot, stand back, the backfield. It can catch into it. They were right there waiting.
That is going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. A great effort there. His second TD game and 16 on the season. The 49ers converted 2 touchdowns. Extra point splits the points. And they go 14-7. So that drive goes a full 80 yards in 10 plays. And finished off with a 10-yard touchdown scale.
You can feel the red bearded dragon. He's no longer with us.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run on this and this.
Rich Bronner, versus Bob Andrews. The game is a senior in high school. That's a Iowa State University. She's a distinct female athlete of the year. Next to you, that's flag.
Grady, I can't do this interview without asking about the Celtics. Tell me what went into the next decision, and you just so happen to be wearing the colors of your team organization.
This kind of stuff, obviously, Dorothy's got a slippers, so.
Join us now. Kansas will produce plenty of pros. How are you feeling about your preparation to now join the Toronto Raptors organization?
It's a good country for me too. I grow up there. Like you said, that go through there.
Congratulations, Brian Mark. Congratulations.
That's accessible so far here in the second quarter.
When you wear a jacket like that, you're going to be laughing on the floor, Stephen A.
Right back to it for first down. And it's going to be between the Dante and
that they move the shooting all like Lillard, Fred VanVleet. You're replacing him with that looking to make shots from long range. Three-point shooting and the space in the size of the if you don't have a definitive big shot, you can throw the ball into the
Looking to finish one session down. So the completion should be good for 7. And that brings us up to 10 yards. And it's going to be a pretty good punt, but a nice 13-yard return. And it is the first and 10. And San Francisco gets set to go there. Still more than a minute to go, so this time they want to mount something new. But they have every timeout at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can go to the sidelines and they can get out.
Another breakout star who provided some tough love on the basketball court. During my cousin, we've drawn it together. We were so young. Jeremy was just like, you know, to take the picture. There were 5 people.
Now San Francisco going to second timeout as they start 30 seconds to go in the first half. Throwing on first down, Harrell.
It's funny because you always tell
Ball comes out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession stays. You can almost see inside his face mask that they're going to be. They keep it. Someone came out and looked at horseshoe. I remember they're operating against territory where you're kicking points. Definitely don't know those football not much of a chance to turn it off. They're able to convert on third down, sets up the first and goal. So we reach halftime here on Thanksgiving, past the halfway point of the season, and now past the halfway point of this game. We skip halftime and get right back to the action. Set to begin the third quarter. Welcome back to Charles Hall. Gets ready and he brings us up past the 22-yard line. So here now to take over on offense. They're waiting a 5-game winning streak, and right now in the driver's seat in this game as well.
What is behind them?
And they kick him down enough for a touchdown pass for 48 yards. 95 yards for running game to first down. He's going to take this as head for 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. To throw on second down. Harrell. He finds it. There's just a bounce inside the 35. He goes 21 yards on the catch and run. So and he thinks it's a second return. Here's Houston down at the 33. Taking it in. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line. Now we get into the second half. Extra point right down the middle, and that'll make this a 3-score game.
Folks in UConn history behind only Brady Allen.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Not ready to see what happens in terms of their professional career.
And and they're going to get a chance to return this one as it's 3 years over for Todd. This year's up for there for the possession in the second half. They need a big drive here to just get some short stretch in the second half to get this.
They will trade him. You want to give it one more chance. He took about 29 games last year. This the entire season. 60% shooting from the field, better than 26 points per game. He's a man child. And when you look at Valanciunas, and when you look at Steve Keys, and the rest of the crew that they have there, this is a team that's now in last January 2nd. The number one seed in the Western Conference. They would have won the Western Conference Finals this year. Try out that play. So that's the big question mark. They're going to try to hold them on because he wants to turn it. He can spread the floor, and you can't suffocate the crowd. If you got to put because they got to preoccupy themselves defending the perimeter. That's what New Orleans got here. Another perimeter shooting. We'll see what it materializes. We will see it try out on the floor. And we made history today. Only now they're going to join us.
Looking for wireless protection that neutralizes odors and try Mix to 10 Fresh Protection. It absorbs 25 times more shield technology that protects better than gas. It keeps you 2 times drier. Try the net.
Scalp is protected because with a 3-in-1 air minutes. Synthetic Control is the first and only shoe that
I'll be back in an hour. Did you stick your ear?
They'll start on the ground here. Not much there. Maybe if you want to That good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on third. First and 10. Comes out on the hip of the originating back at the 18. So operating for Tennessee, touchdown. First and 10 at the 36. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup. After a couple falls, here's going to be
NBA tonight. And Harvey Grant, Jason Pierce, Ron Lopez, Marcus Morris, including Caleb Martin. But for the first time ever, top 5 in the same NBA draft. It is an amazing accomplishment. We are joined now by the Thompson twins, Amanda Hassan, as well as the Shirley and Maya. It is one of those moments where you can see it to be it, but when you have a vision board as 9-year-old to play in the NBA and then to realize that 10 years later, what's your reaction? The only way we're going to separate things from then is where the Rockets here. We're going to get on the your brother drafted and then you follow up 5th overall. Oh, this is real. My heart was beating forward, when it was my turn, I didn't know how I was going to go. Like, until I was going to it was more time for him just to not have
last time out for this offense, Charles, if you remember, he started basically the shadows over Marcus did in a lot of that through the second game. Defensive back, I'm going to put up the physical reaction. Watching what's happening. Let's give this up.
With one another, making history as top 5 picks in the NBA draft process. Mostly mid-place scouts. Okay. But we were training over that. We did a lot, but we always trained first. And then so we had to do stuff like one-on-one. Going up against one another in private with no cameras. Back to
extra point attempt here still to come.
What was your reaction? How did you follow that stuck to that vision? It was pretty shocking.
There's the tiny kick to
He never had to push them to do that because they were so motivated from the time they were little. This is all they ever wanted to do. And they love that. We have to just keep just practice basketball.
He gears up to go again. I guess he's coming out of that second spot, but he's had a great game, as we like to say, no day in the end zone, no doubt.
Continues to find that I'm sure he's going to get his points to do that. I want to make sure on the end zone for a second. Because that guy's been throughout this contest. He is going to get played up in each of these games. That's big lead. He's going to be right now.
That's the problem. He's going to sell the system. This defense is going to be prepared with the AD right now. They're winning this fourth quarter, losing the game after winning in the fourth quarter.
And what I mind is about what they're trying to get done because they obviously need the football, need a score. But they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and the offensive football.
His first catch today, they good for a first down. This is something you got to be very defensive. Just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some spark, doesn't mean they will not see that good yardage out of it.
Looking at it, now they've got a first down. Look for second down. They want to take another shot.
Congratulations, you guys. Enjoy the experience. You guys get to be we know about that. They like one of those 5 to 9 miles. We will see how that plays out the next level. Thank you so much for the
you see
we continue to follow this journey here on ABC. Dream coming true. Kobe Bucket.
Michigan going to Atlanta. You see the reactions to the 25. His family.
56-yard touchdown so far this one. He is 14 scoring.
That's a carry have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they needed him to go down, he's the guy that turns to. And it doesn't matter what the defense does. They've got the defense to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Most importantly, been faithful to the Lord and to the game, and it has brought him this far. He has played like the world is watching for the last 12 years, is what we stress as a family. Play like the world is watching. Have faith, and you'll get here. We're here. Grand Rapids, Michigan is here.
You are in fact here. Dad, Michael, Mom, Kimberly, and Kobe, congratulations on the game.
We're seeing a young man who's a sophomore, but he is younger than some freshmen. Shooter, and his upside is all there at 6 foot. It's all there. My concern, though, Kevin, is because of the focus on Murray and Trey Young, how much time is he really going to get to? He's a nice combo guard who can make shots. He can make shots. I anticipate he will get that play time because he can make shots. Obviously, with Murray and Trey Young, they can make shots. You certainly don't want to put one of them on a bench for somebody that can't make shots. So it's very good that Buffy can do that, and he's seen as a guy.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. Second and goal line. You got to figure this out. Now they switch it up here.
Tonight and joining the commissioner. By the way, it's not just about
ready to kick it away, and here we go. And he got one turn. This is going to be and that's started at 25. Out the Tigers now. This game has had no shortage of offense. They've already put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just need to keep pace with the other offense going against you.
Yeah, it's hard to point things out because now it's not so much because, as you said, they've scored some points as they can get well with game plan action. But overall, they're just out personnel. They're the offensive team.
And he's upended at the 35. Felt like a good guy. The Titans could be the first of the day.
I read that one of your favorite basketball memories today is winning the AAU National Championship in grade. How does tonight compare to that?
Best moment of my life. I mean, I can't explain how I feel. I always about sacrifice they had to make to just get to this point.
You watched him put those sacrifices that he did. You are a professional athlete as well, you understand it. And he's just what's your best advice for him?
Keep growing. Keep growing. And just keep getting better every day.
Congratulations, Dad Jason. Congratulations, Keontae. Utah Jazz got their record.
Micah, thank you so much. He's best friend with Anthony Black, who is also NBA lottery. He can score at will, has a nose for the expectations for the Jazz, we thought they were going to be getting the nibble with Victor Wembanyama. The traffic finished lining up together. They were pretty decent season and exceeded all the expectations. Obviously, Danny Ainge knows what he's doing, and you're going to lose. Donovan Mitch, okay, concentrating. You want to bring somebody in there to score to remind Utah fans what that's like. That's what they're doing. We shot. They just made points. They certainly did that as Baylor. We had a handball this study. We had a one big pick. We can go to ESPN for the 2 rounds here on ABC. It's about the family's journey, and let's get you up to date on the Lakers.
So 2 scores
he has an NBA Contention is real. There's another
Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout as the clock will start for 37 seconds to play. Back in the backfield is Gillican. And just a short gain in Thomas Rice again. Only goes out to pick up some just a little with the first down.
Running room that he had first down go because he looks like he's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
I said my favorite memory, I was like 11 or 12 years old, so my mom used to play back in the day, and growing up, she
and here's a very low line drive, almost whipped on. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked at 64.
And I was just like laughing and getting so that's my best friend. She my everything. She always sacrifices that she made.
Titans offense set to begin the drive. This is just an exercise in futility. You need to let it get out of the offensive line.
Because now is not going to embrace his motivation. So after just going to go through, find out whether he needs to but this is not a situation now where they're going to wake up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. Well, this is a fun one to do if you get points. A lot of them went on to...
Look at here. There's the garbage.
I mean, it's in the garbage. The words, but like right now, I don't even know really how I feel. It's just like a surreal feeling. I gotta give all thanks to the man above.
Mom, Angel, you guys have this acronym for the last 4 letters of your last name. Failure is not an option. Tonight, your son achieves one of his dreams. How proud are you of him? So proud. So proud. How much do you thank your mom for helping you get here?
I mean, my mom and my sister, they're my why. Just seeing like the sacrifice that they made when I was younger, now for it to all kind of pay off, I can't really explain the feeling. I'm just so thankful, and I appreciate them too for sure.
Ava, I saw that face. Now you get to bug your brother for whatever you want, okay? Ava, Angel, Jalen, congratulations.
congratulations.
Thank you. I appreciate you.
Thank you.
Appreciate you.
Well, Sister Ava, hey, listen, big brothers in the NBA, I'm asking for a lot of things. And when we talk about going to L.A., Stephen A., what do you see with the Lakers, especially this offseason?
Well, listen, first of all, I want to get back to this pick because he shot 40% from three-point range. The only freshman in Indiana since Eric Gordon in 2007-8 that had multiple 30-point games. Give him credit where credit is due. He's supposed to be that threat. They need a shooter. But the Los Angeles Lakers right now, you got to look at what they have. You got to look at LeBron James. You got to look at Anthony Davis. And you got to look at a team that wasn't the greatest three-point shooting team in the world. And as a result, you could have spread the floor as much as you would like. It crowded the paint, made life a little bit more difficult for LeBron James and Anthony Davis, which they don't need to have. You want to have perimeter shooters out there to spread the floor so defenders can have to go out there and pay attention to them so it can free things up for Anthony Davis to do what we know he's capable of doing when he shows up. And that's the same thing with LeBron James as well, because you know they're going to miss their shared games. This is what you're looking for when you're looking for the Los Angeles Lakers. So if Schiaffino can shoot the ball on a pro level the way that he did on a collegiate level, I'm going to be very, very happy because we all know where I'd rather be. Come June. I'd rather be in Los Angeles, Southern California. Okay? We all know that, all right? I'm rooting for the kid, and he's got a lot of promise, but he'll need to do that in order to help the Los Angeles Lakers.
We got to keep an eye also on Austin Reeves' shooting.
Well, he's got that story. They got to keep him and Rui Hachimura. They got to keep both of them. Can't lose either one of them. Both restricted free agents.
Emotional night. Anthony Black, look at him sharing the experience. So thrilled to hear his name called by the commissioner. Much more coming back here on ABC.
Tell me about these tears. Tell me about these tears.
It's just accomplishing something that I've been dreaming of, my whole life.
Since they were 5 years old, I've seen this. I knew this day was coming.
I'm about to play in the NBA. I mean, that's crazy. Like, it's a true blessing.
It ain't the world. NBA Draft 2023 on ABC, presented by State Farm here on ABC. We profile the first round and the 30 picks taken tonight here in Brooklyn. Let's get to know some of the draftees. 76% of the prospects born in 2000 or later. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, best dressed NBA player. The Kobe 6s and Jordan 4s are the favorite shoes here, and the favorite social media Instagram. That is Instagram, where many of these young men follow the comings and goings. And if you're following the Orlando Magic feed, you will see Anthony Black going number 6 overall. The first of 2 lottery picks for the Orlando Magic. Stephen A. Smith, Kevin Agati here. Joy! Anthony Black here, and congratulations on a phenomenal night. What was it like for you to hear your name called by the commissioner, 6th overall, going to Orlando?
You know, it was just a blessing, because this kind of what a lot of young basketball players work for their whole life, and you know, I was just lucky enough and worked hard enough to make it here, so it was definitely a blessing, and just a kind of overrush of emotions.
When teams talked about you coming into this draft, and evaluators talked about you, they talked about your guard skills, your playmaking ability, your size, but they said that you got to improve on your perimeter shooting, particularly your three-point shooting. That's their evaluation of you. What's your evaluation of yourself at this particular moment in your career?
You know, I feel like I'm just a two-way versatile player. I think I make my teammates a lot better, and, you know, given moments when my team needs me to score, I feel like I can do that too. So, yeah, definitely just, I feel like I'm a two-way versatile player.
Late bloomer, unselfish player. I see you smiling right now with the basketball IQ. When you talk about, you hear people say you're a late bloomer. What does that mean to you?
I just came on the scene late. You know, I played a lot of sports before, so I'm definitely a late bloomer. I grew late, got athletic late, so I was kind of a little behind the ball.
And that sport was football, right? You were getting recruits. You got scholarship offers at wide receiver to play at Texas. Why basketball?
I mean, I really love basketball. Like, you know, I'm comfortable just going to the gym, working out. It's just, I feel like it's fun to me. So at the end of the day, if I'm doing something I love, I feel like I can't do wrong.
How comfortable are you being the pick of the Orlando Magic? I look at their front line. I look at Banchero. I look at Wendell Carter, Junior Franz, Wagner. I'm sorry. You look at them, but there's questions about their guard play, which is why they drafted you. How do you feel about joining this particular team, and why do you think it works for you?
I mean, I feel good. I think it works for me because, you know, there's a lot of good players around me, and, you know, I'm best when I'm making my teammates better, making plays for my teammates. So just having good players around me, so I feel like it's going to elevate my game, and hopefully it can elevate the whole team.
German was your first fluent language?
It was.
Yeah, can you drop us some German right now?
I lost it all. It was just gone.
I was in Berlin over the weekend, so I was going to see if I could drop it. I can't at all. So I was going to rely on you right there.
Difficult language.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Now, when you watch specifically the NBA, I thought it was really interesting that you follow Josh Giddey. What do you see from Josh Giddey's game that you want to take and translate for you at the next level?
Just positional size, pace, good feel for the game, and just added scoring abilities. Like, from when he came in the league, I feel like I can have the same type of trajectory as he did.
A particular player in this league at your position, who's your favorite?
Favorite? I mean, my favorite player is KD. We don't play the same position, but that's like my favorite player.
Why?
I mean, I feel like he's pretty underrated. Just doing the stuff he does, he kind of moves like a guard at 7 foot. I think a lot of people don't give him full credit for what he really can do.
He just broke news. I've never in my life heard somebody say that Kevin Durant is underrated. I never heard that in my life.
100%. Yeah.
Wow. Well, at least you didn't say Paul George, like some other.
Oh, yeah, Paul George.
Paul George is crazy.
Yeah, he can ball too.
Thank you so much. Congratulations to you, and best of luck in Orlando.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Anthony Black taken 6th overall by the Orlando Magic. Going to stay in the state of Florida. The Heat culture, they strike again. They go with a senior forward out of UCLA with the 18th pick, and that is Jaime Jaquez, a guy that everybody is saying, no matter what he's going in the first round, it's just a matter of when he fits that system immediately under Pat Riley.
Because he can shoot and he wins.
That's what he does. This guy, I mean, when you hear them talk about him, they say he's a winner. Of course, 17.8 points, okay? Of course, 48% shooting from the field. Now, most of the time, my concern would be that he's played with his back to the basket on a collegiate level. You're not going to be able to pull that off on the NBA level. But he can step away from the basket and make shots. And most importantly, what I like about him is that he made them when it counted. He made them when you're trying to win. He's a money time player. He's not scared of the moment. And if you're a member of the Miami Heat and you're being coached by the great Erik Spoelstra, you're only going to elevate your level of play. You understand? If you're not scared of the moment, which he is not, you're definitely going to benefit from being in that system.
And when you look at the way the NBA shifted, you can get value. He's 22 years of age, where you can plug and play right now because of that experience. You're not waiting, especially for a Heat roster that wants to win right now.
And a Heat roster, usually with most teams, you're looking for the best athlete. That's what you're usually looking for. And anybody who's not necessarily up there in that regard is not appreciated enough. They're appreciated in Miami. They're taking a shot that basketball IQ that you know how to play.
It's dream job, not basketball. Closing pitcher for the Dodgers, and now he's with Monica.
Jaime, how you feeling?
I'm feeling incredible right now. Surreal. Words can't describe it right now.
Now listen, at the ripe old age of 22, you are one of the older draftees we've heard so far tonight. But you played in multiple Sweet 16s. You've been to the Final Four. What is your experience as a senior coming out of UCLA? How does that separate you from the rest of your draft classmates?
I think you said it best. I think just experience overall. Any experience is good experience, and I think I just treat it as such. And that's what I try to emphasize to these teams is, I got a lot of experience and a lot of games under my belt that I can use to help an NBA program or NBA team in the future. So
your parents, Jaime and Angela, are sitting with you. You guys, your son will now join a small but growing club of athletes that are Mexican-born or have Mexican descent. But I know to you, he is your baby.
Yes, sir.
How proud are you of him in this moment?
Oh my gosh, the words cannot describe how proud I am. This is his dream. He's carried a basketball around his whole life, and he's dreamt about this, and we just couldn't be more proud.
Absolutely. We're so proud of my son just to see him, think about his goal was the NBA. Everyone has that goal, but for him to go out there and achieve it's incredible just to watch and witness.
Jaime, Angela, congratulations. Jaime, congratulations. Welcome to the NBA and the Heat.
Thank you.
No problem.
All righty.
Both mom and dad played college basketball. His sister, Gabriella, she just finished her freshman year at UCLA. Stephen, I just love this pick. It's like one of those, yep, this makes sense. I get it. I understand. Jaime Jaquez can make an impact on this team and want to keep running.
Without question. And they're going to look for him to make an impact, of course, particularly when you consider the way they lost the NBA Finals. Don't think about it that way. Think about what got them there. They were struggling. They were the least efficient offensive team in a regular season. In the postseason, they climbed the charts, and they would shoot threes all over the place. In the games against the Boston Celtics in the Eastern Conference Finals, they shot 48% from three in the games they won. In the games they lost, it was 34%. Three-point shooting carried the day, but you need somebody that can make shots in the interior other than Jimmy Butler. You want somebody that can be he can play a little guard, play a little forward spot, but they can put points in the hole without asking just a Bam or Jimmy Butler to do that for you from 2-point range. He can do that, and you want people that you can put on the floor in money time. And he's certainly one of those guys. I've been watching him for years. He's got that kind of potential.
And I anticipate Stephen A. does not believe that this is the set Heat roster that we will see at this. Not at all. Keep an eye on the Damian Lillard conversation.
Absolutely.
Okay, the Warriors on the clock at number 19, and they decide to go with a young man from Santa Clara, Brandon Paczynski. He played really well at the Combine. When you look at him, 6'5", 204 pounds, worked out for the Lakers, worked out for the Warriors. This is one of those, Santa Clara is not those powerhouses. But a year ago, Jalen Williams taken in the first round. He was a fantastic pick. And again, he is a guy that's surging, averaging 20 points this past season.
44% shooting from three-point range. That's all I'm looking at. Nothing else matters to me. Nothing else matters to me if you're a Golden State Warrior. They got a three-point shooter, 44% from three-point range, and you're playing alongside Steph Curry and Klay Thompson. You're certainly not going to learn to shoot worse.
And you just traded Jordan Poole. Yeah, the expectations here on Brandon. Shooter, yeah, we'll take it. Monica?
Brandon, I got a little history for you. I love when I can start these interviews with this. You become just the third Santa Clara player to be drafted since Steve Nash in '96 and Jalen Williams did it last year. How special is that for you?
Yeah, I think it's a special. Big shout out to Jalen. It's part of the reason I went to Santa Clara this past year in the portal. Just seeing him do it and how high he got, I tried to follow in his footsteps.
Your parents, John and Barb, are with you. I can tell you our analysts are already talking about his shooting ability and the organization that just drafted him. But having watched him from a young man to now in his basketball career, what are the Warriors getting in your son?
A hard grinder, a dog. I mean, you're going to see some of the dudes don't understand his work ethic. He went to a military school. Someone says jump, you don't ask how high you do it. He will run through a wall for this organization. And he gets to have Steph with him. Priceless.
That has to feel pretty good, huh, Brandon?
Yeah. Yesterday in media, they was asking me who I want to go up against. And I was like, Steph. But now just being with him, there's a lot of Milwaukee guys out there already. So I'm really familiar. Obviously, Santa Clara is just right down the road from there. So I'm super excited, blessed. God put me in a great situation.
John, Barb, congratulations. Brandon, congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Monica, thank you so much. We're talking about a late bloomer. Didn't pick up a basketball till the 8th grade. Modeled his game around Manu, Devin Booker, Tyler Hero, and C.J. Miles.
Listen, look at him. Look at these moves. Look at his ability to score. Obviously, he's not scared to shoot 48% for three-point range. 44%, I'm sorry. Lefty. I love what I'm saying right there. You need a shooter. You've got some decisions to make. Poole is gone. You don't know what's going to happen with DiVincenzo and others. You definitely want some additional bodies out there. When you put them out on the floor playing for Steve Kerr, you need to be able to shoot the basketball. You sub in for Steph Curry or Klay Thompson. You need to be able to put the ball in the hole. Chris Paul is there now. You know I'm not happy about that. I just don't think that's the right fit. I don't think that Chris Paul fits into that system. They like to push the ball up the floor. They don't like to walk it up there all the time. That's a hamstring injury waiting to happen. I'm not rooting for it. I think Chris Paul is a Hall of Famer. One of the top 5 or 6 greatest point guards in the history of the game. I don't know if that fits. But this pick right here definitely helps the Golden State Warriors. A dude that's 6'4", 6'5", that can shoot. Yes. Support this pick.
I know Bob Myers there is the GM making these decisions, so
I personally think that to some degree that could be a loss, but Mike Dunleavy Jr. deserves this opportunity. He's worked for it. I think he's going to do a good job, and I believe in Joe Lacob and his staff, and I certainly believe in Steve Kerr, one of the top 5 coaches in the history of basketball so far as I'm concerned. But I also have watched the development of young players that was supposed to take place, and that's not necessarily the case. Wiseman is gone. Maybe giving up on him too early, we don't know. He's in Detroit now. Kuminga and Moody, I expected more from them last season. I still haven't seen that happen. So with Bogutski, it's going to be interesting to see if his development is going to come along nicely. Is he going to be inserted into the mix? Are they going to get him actively involved? Or is this going to be the latest young Warrior that we had expectations for and we don't see enough of? That is the question mark. But again, when you can shoot 44% from three-point range, it stands to reason for the Golden State Warriors. I don't expect to see you on the bench too often.
By the way, you mentioned Mike Dunleavy Jr. He's got his hands full trying to figure things out, especially with the cap and Draymond Green's future. How do we fit all of that in, especially with the new CBA rules? Hey, tomorrow's stars, they play here today. See them first, NBA 2K24 Summer League, this July 7th through the 17th. Get your tickets today, NBAevents.com. We will have those games, including the debut of Victor Wembanyama on ESPN. Cannot wait for that July 7th. All right, the Rockets on the clock, and we've got a surprise, and that is Cam Whitmore. When I say a surprise out of Villanova, this man is built like a tank. 6'7", and he was projected to go in the top 10. Now he lands in Houston at pick number 20.
The right pick. I thought he should have been taken earlier. I'm very suspicious as to why that did not happen. I watched him at Villanova, a real dog, goes after it, very aggressive, great finisher at the basket, athletic body. We see what he can bring to the table. I'm surprised that he's falling this low, but I hope he's happy with where he's at. Because playing for Ime Udoka, who's coached Jason Tatum, who's coached Jaylen Brown, who knows what potential this guy can bring at the table with you, considering his size and athleticism.
Had to deal with a lot of injuries this past season at Villanova. His dad, Myron, preached the concept of being versatile both on and off the court.
I used to play instrument, used to play baritone saxophone and play alto saxophone, regular saxophone back in 6th grade through 10th grade. So I don't know how I was up in that. Surprise. There's no way. Y'all, how do y'all have a saxophone? Yo. Back then around like elementary school, my dad started to say, you know, coaches like well-rounded players. I was low-key kind of forced to be in that type of field, that band type of field. So my dad kind of forced me to be a well-rounded type of person and have a good character.
Cam, a dream realized. You talked to me a little bit about 4 years ago when you broke your leg and you had to battle through that adversity. Tonight, you realized a dream. How are you feeling in the moment?
I mean, I'm excited, grateful to be here. I mean, I'm blessed. I've been in one of the NBA for how many years since I was born. So, you know, blessed to be here.
Mom, Colleen, Dad, Myron, none of these athletes are able to do this without a tremendous support system. How have you watched your son grow and work toward this moment?
He's been a hard worker, determined, just always had this goal, and he's never given up no matter what adversity that he's gone through.
Well, I can tell you that, you know, he's had this dream since he was in 5th grade, right? And so we've been supporting him 150%, attending all of his games, taking all of his practices, and so we've been behind him 100%.
Tonight, the support all pays off. You guys enjoy the night, Cam. Congratulations.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Monica, thank you so much for talking about a young man from Villanova, averaged just inside 13 points per game, shot 48% from the floor, and had to deal with a thumb injury to start the season. Really had a tough time to get on track to play consistent. But Stephen A., he's built again like a tank. He walks in the building and you're like, oh, that is an NBA body. Let's go. And that's usually a reason you get picked earlier rather than falling this late. So again, I find it to be a bit odd, to say the least. But at the end of the day, he's picked up by a team in Houston, and the athleticism combined with the toughness is what should really stand out to you. See, they have athleticism in Houston. What you need is toughness. He brings that. And that can have a contagious effect on a team. It's not odd to me that Ime Udoka would pick somebody like him, and you know that Ime Udoka has a lot to say, you know, in terms of who they're going to pick. Rafael Stone obviously running the show, but I'm just saying you want somebody with his ability to finish in the basket, his athleticism, his tenacity. You need tone setters. Because when you got a lot of guys with athleticism and they get the dunks and the heroics and you get the roar of the crowd, that's entirely different than the kind of toughness that helps you win basketball games. That's what the Houston Rockets are lacking. I think they addressed that to some degree tonight. I don't think Karen Whitman should have fell this low. But the fact that he fell in Ime Udoka pleases me. I'm happy about that. Amen Thompson went 4th overall to the Rockets. Many thought Whitmore would go number 5, and the Rockets get him at number 20. Big night for Houston. Big night for the first rounders here on the big stage in Brooklyn.
I really started feeling butterflies, the excitation, like 10, 15 minutes before I was called. And the moment it hit, it was so powerful.
What's good? It's Stu Henderson. I'm here. I'm here to say the day, man. I'm here to come and impact the city. I'm here to be there. So I'm happy to go to Portland right now. I can't wait to get there.
I'm going to pull over and stretch my legs.
I think he was supposed to keep him left there.
What is this place? On the side of the restaurant. Bundles as far as the eye can see. If you're looking for a first mate, I know a guy. Me, I'm the guy. Is this Oak? 4 types of charity. This is where I live now. You could save a ton with Progressive by bundling your boat or RV with your home and auto. Hey guys! 3 bags! And
You're giving them away. Meaningful actions are not always big.
But one by one, they can add up to something incredible.
Because when you tap or order online with your MasterCard at restaurants and grocery stores, MasterCard will donate 1 more cent up to $5 million to Stand Up to Cancer. As individuals, we are powerful.
But never as powerful as we are when we come together. The strength of us, priceless.
Hold on, I'm coming. You didn't tell me you were getting McDonald's.
Try a steak, egg, and cheese bagel, or a steak patty and your other favorite breakfast sandwiches.
Claire stayed in this amazing hotel and paid this much for her room. Jess stayed in the same hotel and paid a lot less. How? Let's go back. While Claire found her hotel on her usual booking site, Jess found her deal on Trivago. Have a look-see, Claire. Trivago compares hotel offers from major booking sites so you can find the best deal for you. Hotel Trivago.
Tens of thousands of customers wrote about Carvana being smooth in their 5-star reviews, including Terry.
To be honest, I thought it was almost too smooth. But Carvana was super transparent from beginning to end. Car details, financing, every step. And there were no surprises. Well, my monthly payment did come out lower than expected. Then I got to pick up my Mustang at the vending machine. And it was so fun and exciting, I did a little dance. Trust me, financing my car with Carvana was super smooth.
Finance your next car with Carvana today.
It's the ADT Safety Days event. Get up to 30% off your system. Now, ADT systems feature Google Nest products. You can install a system yourself with self-setup, featuring no long-term contracts and free shipping, or have a system installed by our security experts for convenience and peace of mind. So you can keep worries away from your walks, your vacations, and even your staycations. There are more reasons than ever to have a home with no worries. The ADT Safety Days event. Call or shop online today to save up to 30%.
You just don't want to lower their standards, you know? Oh, why should you? They can't go any lower. Girl, check this out. She is the blueprint.
NBA Draft 2023 is presented by State Farm. The State Farm Personal Price Plan helps you create an affordable price just for you.
You see behind the scenes, Commissioner Adam Silver with the #1 pick overall, Victor Wembanyama. He can breathe a sigh of relief. All the hype, and now he's going to... Well, I'm just happy that everybody looks so small standing next to him. I wasn't the only one. You stand at 6'1", you were looking up to him at 7'5". That's right. Speaking of a guy that's a big man, 6'10" out of Alabama, Noah Clowney going to the Nets. The Nets, by the way, have 2 picks, and he's the first of the 2 picks, 21 overall. The celebration with his mom, Cecilia, and Larry Bird Jr. Got the nickname Stretch in 7th grade at 6'10". Can't help but root for the Brooklyn Nets here. You got a big body, somebody that has the potential to be a rim protector, no question about it. Average about 7 rebounds, shot 49% from the field. Obviously not a real, three-point shooter. You're not looking for that from him. Okay, but the bottom line is this. You look at the Brooklyn Nets, you got Bridges, all right, Spencer Dinwiddie, and Dorian Finney-Smith still there for the moment. You're looking to upgrade the roster after the failed experiment of KD, Kyrie, and James Harden. Hopefully this is a step in that direction. That nickname Stretch, well, he certainly lives up to it. His length would make him an intimidating figure on the baseball mound, one of his other favorite sports.
Stretch, that's what they call me. In high school, a couple of my teammates started calling me that. I remember, because, I never had a nickname all my life. It was just Noah. And so they started calling me that, and it kind of just stuck. Then, when I got to Bama, Noah Gurley was right there, so it was another Noah. So it was just like, that's NG and that's Stretch. Then my dad introduced me. My whole life I pretty much played, along with a lot of other sports, soccer, baseball, football, you name it. Baseball is boring to watch, but it's very fun to play. I played shortstop, third base, and pitcher. I didn't like the side stance. I was more with like, get your momentum, you can rotate that leg. I'm going to throw it. If you're going to hit it or you're not. If I was throwing down, if I kept going, I could sling it.
Well, in high high school, he served as a middle school math tutor. He was born with 6 fingers. As we see Alabama, the second pick in the draft going Brandon Miller. Out of Alabama going to the Hornets, and now Noah Clowney, 21st overall, staying in-house at the Barclays. He's a new net with Monica.
Noah, you weren't a highly touted high school recruit. In a short time, you have improved your game enough to be drafted to the NBA. Can you describe your journey to get here?
I always was overlooked, so it was like when I finally did get an opportunity, and I always worked hard. I was always going to work hard any opportunity I did get, and it got me somewhere. So like, we here now, like I'm still shaking, but like it's surreal, like really.
Sonya and Larry, you guys have watched your son put in that time and effort, whether people were talking about him or not. Now that he's here, what have you seen in his character that will help him make an impact in the NBA?
He is a great person. So just him being there and his will to win, like putting himself second.
Larry, Sonya, congratulations. Noah, congratulations on your next chapter.
Thank you.
By the way, one of the youngest players in this draft. He's only 18, turns 19 on July 14th. Again, when you look at the numbers, Stephen A, 25 minutes per game, less than 10 points, but it's really the length and the ability to block shots.
It's the ability to block shots. Obviously, Brooklyn knows something about that with Claxton that they've had doing that to them. I just can't get over the fact that, I mean, I'm still one of those guys that sit up there shocked when I see basketball and Alabama in the same sentence. And I'm like, wait a minute. I mean, at one point in time, their season was looking more successful than the football team. They had a couple of losses, albeit last-second losses. It's the last play of the game kind of losses. But I'm just saying, Alabama, there's no question that Oates has done a great job here thus far, no doubt about that. And you look at Clowney and you look at Brandon Miller. Brandon Miller, again, I'm going to reiterate what I said earlier. The great Tom Izzo of Michigan State was talking to me months ago and called Brandon Miller the best player in the nation. That's what he said about Brandon Miller. So you see Brandon Miller at Alabama. See Clowney at Alabama. He said, what the hell's going on at Alabama? I mean, you're not used to hearing stuff like that about Alabama's basketball program. But now they've got 2 dudes that have been picked in the first round. One was a lottery pick. It's impressive.
Congrats to them, by the way. And when you talk about 2 picks, well, the Nets, they've got back-to-back picks, and they decided to go with another wingman, and that is Dariq Whitehead. To him, the women his life mean the world to him. Out of Duke, of course, his mom, but the influence of 2 of his aunts pushed his game to the next level.
My aunt who passed away when I was younger, her name is Tracy Miller, and she's my dad's sister. And when I was a young kid, that's the one who pretty much looked after me. I just asked her what was her favorite number, and she said it was 0. I never knew the reason behind it, knew why, but I just knew that was always the number I was going to continue to wear throughout my career. My Aunt Mercedes on my mom's side. She's just a hard-nosed aunt who just wants to see me succeed and wants the best for me, and that's since I first started playing sports. Famous speech is, she's settling for this, she's settling for that. You know you're capable of so much more. And just to get me to this point where I am today, no words can describe how grateful I am for you. I appreciate you and, love you more than anything.
6'7" from Duke. Meanwhile, his brother, boy, he could ball in the NFL. Tahir Whitehead, Temple made 10 years in the NFL, drafted by the Lions. He played for 3 teams, including the Raiders and Panthers. 685 career tackles and 6 INTs, playing from that linebacker position. And when you look at Whitehead, one of those guys, he suffered an injury in August. He was the number 2 ESPN recruit coming into the class last year, went to Duke, and then he had to figure some things out. Slow coming back, and then just 7 starts, averaged 8 points. But when you see potential and upside, it's right there.
So listen, I've got guys like my colleagues, Kendrick Perkins and others that are always getting on me because of my focus on offense. They've learned to get over it. Points win games. And when you shoot 43% from 3-point range, which he's done, which was 3rd in the ACC for anybody that shot 50 or more 3-point field goal attempts, I'm going to give you some credit. I'm going to look at your injury. I'm going to look instead at 6'7", 220 pounds. I'm going to think about your upside. I'm going to think about where you land. I'm going to think about your ability to make shots from long range. And I'm going to say, okay, with that size, with that marksmanship, you got potential. And you played at Duke, which, by the way, didn't have a bad year. They were 27-9. It just wasn't Mike Krzyzewski-esque, because obviously they're under a new regime. You don't expect 9 losses with Duke, but nevertheless, they had a good season, and he made a contribution. Yeah, we'll see.
John Shire coming in, and the challenge for Shire, ton of freshman talent. Can they gel together? We started to see that in February. They started figuring things out. But again, Whitehead slowed with that injury at the start of the season, trying to get on track, but the talent is no doubt there. He is going to stay here in Brooklyn for the second time in this draft. Tonight, Portland on the clock, and they decide to go with Chris Murray out of Iowa. We know a thing or two about Chris Murray because we know about his brother, Cat, right, 4th overall last year by the Kings.
My brother's Keegan Murray. He currently plays on the Sacramento Kings. He was the 4th pick in the draft last year. He taught me a lot, just kind of how the NBA works, kind of what to expect, and just how he's thrived. Just being in the NBA his first year, being able to have this opportunity, my family, being able to watch me and my brother play at the highest level is really cool. And my dad played basketball at the University of Iowa. He was a McDonald's All-American out of high school. He was a 4-year starter at the University of Iowa. G and I, we grew up playing basketball at a really young age, just on one of those little tight hoops. And I was always dunking it. Keegan was always shooting threes, and Keegan would get mad at me because I'd just be standing by the rim dunking it, and his shots wasn't going because I'd just be hitting it in and out of the way. I think that's kind of where we grew the love for the game, was just playing basketball with each other growing up, just having fun. Honestly, that's kind of where it came from.
So Chris Murray, a year after watching brother Keegan go in the lottery, he hears his name called in the first round. Hey, sometimes being a late bloomer, it's okay, especially when you average 20 points per game.
Well, maybe he wasn't a late bloomer. Maybe he just had to wait until his brother left. Because let me tell you something right now, Keegan. Listen, his brother, Keegan Murray, is special. This guy is special. I love him at Sacramento, and boy, what a future does he have. And I watched them play together before he left into last year's NBA draft. And Chris can play as well. Increased his point production average by 10 points. Obviously was second in the Big Ten in that regard. 48% from the field, 34% from three-point range. He can make shots, and he's a 3-and-D player. This is what they're saying about him. So when you consider the changes that they're talking about making, when you consider the fact that Scoot Henderson is going to be expected to be that guard, if it ain't Damian Lillard, it's Scoot Henderson that's going to be feeding him the basketball. That is not a bad position to be in. The Murrays can play. I like this pick a lot. I like Chris. I love his brother. I'm here to tell you.
By the way, their dad was a star at Iowa, Kenyon Murray, of course, in the 90s, and he ranks 3rd in Iowa when it comes to career steals, so they are fully aware of it. Their mom, Michelle, was a golfer in college, so they are athletes through and through. That's carried through in that blood.
Well, they're going to make relationships, because we all know when players and coaches and executives ain't playing basketball, they're playing golf. So he's going to be good in the relationship department. He's going to ingratiate himself with a lot of people. But at the end of the day, particularly since your brother's the kind of player he is, the expectation is that you're going to be something close. And when you average 20 and 8 a night without your brother in a lineup with you, that speaks to the elevation that may take place with your game. The expectation is going to be similar. I think the production will be as well.
By the way, Chris is a lefty. I find this, they're identical twins. Chris is a lefty. Keegan is a righty. So when you go back and forth in the backyards and the schoolyards and you're trying to show each other up, it's interesting watching that dynamic of twin brothers going after each other, and now both in the NBA. By the way, over on ESPN, you can watch both rounds, pick by pick, analysis as well. Over here, Stephen A. Smith, Kevin Nagani on ABC, the journey of 30 young men with their families and to get their names called and the stories behind it. That's what we're sharing here tonight on ABC with round number 1. And the Mavericks are on the clock and coming in now at 24th overall. Olivier Maxence Prosper, a forward out of Marquette, 6'8", 212 pounds. And when you talk about this young man, he has some experience. He's a junior, averaged 12 points. And both parents played basketball in Montreal, and he has that experience, and that's going to be critical here to see how he responds at the next level.
Well, it is going to be interesting because, listen, the bottom line is when you think about somebody like a Luka Doncic, they need all the help they can get. There's no doubt about that. We'll see what he brings to the table. He shot 51% from the field, 12.5 points per game. You haven't heard too much about him entering this NBA draft, but at 6'8", 212, obviously you consider his potential, and you get caught up in that, and you should.
And the wingspan, 7'1". You see the length right there inside the lane, and then the defensive. Meanwhile, Monica McNutt sitting down with Olivier.
Olivier, congratulations, Omax, as they call you. Now, your path to get here includes time spent with the NBA Academy, playing alongside guys like Josh Giddey and Benedict Mathurin. How do you think that prepared you to take the next step in the league?
I mean, it prepared me so much. Just the opportunity to be, part of the NBA Academy, especially for my senior year, and just playing with guys like Ben Mathurin and Josh Giddey and all those guys. I mean, just the competition, and I got better every day. So it was an awesome experience for me.
Your parents, Gaetan and Gillian, are here. You guys, folks may not be familiar with your son, but what is this organization potentially getting in him?
Oh my God, versatility, hard work, somebody that's going to bring some positive energy to the team, and that's for sure.
He always says, I bring a spark to everything I do, and he's going to bring a spark on the court and off the court, help the game, but also help the culture of the team any way he can, and we're so proud of him.
And winning is a good thing. Well, you got on that Kings hat, but the pick is actually going to Dallas, so I'm sure they will welcome your spark. Olivier, congratulations, parents. Congratulations.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thank you.
I want to bring this up because they say that this guy's going to be a defender. You brought up that 7-1 again. There's very few teams on the planet that needs help defensively more than the Dallas Mavericks. Let's be very, very clear about that. When they made the trade to acquire Kyrie Irving, I'm not blaming Kyrie Irving. He did his job. But they just forfeited in defense. They were non-existent. They couldn't stop a cold. Okay? And that was how bad the Dallas Mavericks were. So we understand why they're making a pick like this, trading for a pick like this. We understand that they need all the help they can get.
When you look at the Mavericks, I mean, the elephant in the room is the future of Kyrie Irving. Right. And when he was on the floor with Luka Doncic, they were 5-11. Right. How do you view the future of the Mavericks with Kyrie long?
I don't blame Kyrie for that one bit.
No, I'm not saying that.
I know that. But the point that I'm making is he went there, he did his job offensively. You knew in losing Dorian Finney-Smith and losing Spencer Dinwiddie, you were going to lose size on your front court and your back court, and you were going to be compromised defensively. We just didn't expect them to fall off a cliff. That's what they did. But if you're the Dallas Mavericks, what are you going to do? Because if you walk and you got to appease Luka, you can't put him in a situation where there's no hope whatsoever. But if you don't bring Kyrie Irving back, where are you going to go? Kyrie Irving, believe it or not, is in a position of leverage here because what can the Dallas Mavericks go out there and get? You either got to retain him or work out a silent trade. You got to do something, but you can't leave Luka Doncic hanging because I predict that if that happens, then Luka Doncic won't be far off from asking to get out of Dallas. I don't want that to happen. You don't want that to happen. Jason Kidd's a hell of a coach. Nico Harrison's got a lot of potential as an executive, and we all love and believe in Mark Cuban. But they got to do better. They should have never lost Jalen Brunson. Oh, yeah. That's where they messed up. The man produced for you in the postseason without Luka Doncic. When Luka Doncic came back from an injury in the postseason, he still produced for you. You had an opportunity to get him for a little over $50 million. You let him get away, and the Knicks paid him $103 million when you could have had him for 50 plus, and he was flat out balling. That was one of the biggest mistakes they've ever made, and they better find a way to recover from it.
By the way, Jalen Brunson's a bargain at that price in New York right now, considering what he has done.
No question about it. He's the steal. He's the free agent steal of the decade. Make no mistake about it. He's been that great, but still in all, Luka Doncic is too great. He averaged 32 this season. You gotta do something to make him happy. I don't know what it is, but they better figure it out.
Hey, Stephen A., we got a trade coming in. The Celtics have been quite busy, of course, acquiring Kristaps Porzingis, sending Marcus Smart to Memphis, and then they acquired picks, and the pick was at 25. Then they moved that pick to the Pistons, and the Pistons selecting Marcus Sasser, and the Celtics, of course, getting the 31st pick.
We're going to have to sit back and really recline and think about the great executive Brad Stevens has proven to be. Yeah, he was a quality coach, couldn't get them to the finals the way Ime Udoka did in 1 year. But in the 7 years as a head coach, they got to a few conference finals. But as an executive, look at this. You give away Bradley Beal, okay? You clear that money off your books. You trade Kristaps Porzingis to Boston. Okay, you acquire him, rather, in Boston. The Boston Celtics with Porzingis. I hate losing Marcus Smart, I really do. But you got a 7'3" dude who can defend, who can also hit perimeter shots. And he's playing alongside Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum. Yeah. Okay? And you're talking about adding him to a Horford, to a Robert Williams III that can't give you more than 40 games a season the last couple of years. This is a big deal. The Boston Celtics have elevated, as far as I'm concerned, to the favorites to win it all. The favorite to win it all. I just said it and I didn't stutter, because the fact of the matter is they would have been a better matchup against Denver than Miami because of the talent they had. Everybody wants to look at the fact that they lost to Miami in Game 7 of the Eastern Conference Finals. They forget that Jason Tatum got hurt the very first offensive play of the game. He wasn't himself the entire game. And obviously, Jaylen Brown had a bad game with 8 turnovers. But the point is, look at their roster from rock and roll. You didn't lose Malcolm Brogdon. You didn't lose Derek White. Jason Tatum's still there. Jaylen Brown is still there. Horford is still there. Robert Williams is still there. And you add a 7'3" dude who can shoot and block shots and Kristaps Porzingis, I think a legitimate argument can be made that the Denver Nuggets, even with Jokic, and out west, even with LeBron and AD, out west, even with Kawhi, perpetual, load management, even with him out west, even with Golden State and Steph Curry and them out west, the Boston Celtics should be considered the favorites to win it all. And if you can't do it, I'm looking at Mazzulla, who did a good job as a rookie coach. He didn't do a bad job. He did a good job. It's just that Ime Udoka spoiled us because we know how great of a coach he can be. But this crew right here, that Brad Stevens is assembled, Brad Stevens is proving that he is an exceptional executive. He knows what the hell he's doing. He's pulling strings. He's making it happen. The Boston Celtics are the favorites to win it all.
Well, Giannis is on line 1 right now.
Whatever.
We'll see how
we saw what happened to Giannis against Miami. When Bam Adebayo and Jimmy Butler wasn't out.
We got you fired up here now. When you look back and reflect here on this round 1 on this special night, what stood out to you? Of course, Victor Wembanyama going #1 to the Spurs, a new era beginning in San Antonio.
I'm proud of Charlotte picking Brandon Miller. I'm looking at Scoot Henderson, man. I can't get my eyes off of this kid because I think that he's going to be spectacular. But more importantly, I think his arrival in Portland will facilitate something I've been begging for quite some time. I think Damian Lillard is one of the great guards in the history of basketball, who is vastly underappreciated despite his salary and despite the number of commercials that can only be rivaled by Shaq and Snoop Dogg. The fact of the matter is, we don't talk about Damian Lillard enough because he's in the Pacific Northwest playing for a team that simply isn't going anywhere in the immediate future. He's 32 years old, just finished averaging 32 a game. He's a long-range sniper. If Steph Curry were not playing in the NBA, we would be talking about Damian Lillard as the best shooting point guard in basketball. He's a closer. He not only closes, he waves goodbye to you when he closes on you. He is lethal. He is special. And he doesn't belong in the Pacific Northwest playing for an average team. He needs to go to a Miami Heat, someplace like that. I think Scoot Henderson's arrival means the end of Damian Lillard in Portland, and I couldn't be happier.
All right, let's take a look at the last 5 picks here. As I mentioned, Marcus Sasser in that trade with the Celtics, now going to Detroit. Ben Shepherd out of Belmont going to Indiana. And there is Sasser, the emotion. And the 30th pick, the final one.
NBA draft.
Here's the commissioner.
The LA Clippers select Kobe Brown from the University of Missouri. And that concludes the first round. Thank you again to all the fans, especially those here at the Barclays Center. The second round of the NBA draft will be conducted by Deputy Commissioner Mark Tatum. Enjoy the rest of the night.
Commissioner, thank you so much here on ABC. It's been a fantastic night celebrating 30 amazing stories. Over on ESPN, you will have round number 2 with Malika Andrews and crew going pick by pick, of course, and breaking down. We got the best available, and Kobe Jones out of Xavier there. Again, you can find, we have seen this, especially the NBA Finals. You can find a ton of value in round number 2 with Nikola Jokic headlining everything at pick. Nikola Jokic, Draymond Green, Manu Ginobili, the list goes on and on. There have been many, many players in NBA history that have been drafted beyond the first round and obviously have made a very, very significant impact. And in today's NBA game, the way the game is played, we got the ball being pushed up, pace being elevated, etc. If you've got that kind of athleticism and you can shoot, you can be utilized in very effective ways that can contribute to a championship. That's the way today's NBA game is played, and that's why you should be excited for rounds beyond the first round. And by the way, it's important that people go over to ESPN, because if J.J. Redick doesn't get the proper amount of airtime, that might have an added. So you want to go over to ESPN. I'm giving that time. Hey, feel good. The pick is popping. Appreciate you, man. It's been a heck of a lot of fun here, of course, talking about the families and their journeys. Coverage of the NBA draft presented by State Farm continues over on ESPN. For Stephen A. Smith, Monica McNutt, Director Rodney Perez, Producer Phil Dean, our entire crew. I'm Kevin Nagani saying good night from Brooklyn. Coming up next on ABC, except on the West Coast, stay tuned for your local news. Good night, Brooklyn.
It's a team game from day one. Every success reflects the circle's embrace.
My coach poured his life in us. I remember practicing from an early young age. My mom was here.
It means everything to be here with the people that love me, the people that I was not my dad.
You know this small life.
Tonight, with big names,
Trailblazer, so Scoot Henderson.
the circle's journey moves forward.
They're going to be proud. Their son is going to be in the NBA.
When you're a small business owner, your to-do list can be a lot. That's why Progressive makes it easy to save with a commercial auto quote online, so you can take on all your other to-dos.
Already did.
See if you could save at progressivecommercial.com.
Meaningful actions are not always big.
But one by one, they can add up to something incredible.
Because when you tap or order online with your MasterCard at restaurants and grocery stores, MasterCard will donate 1 more cent up to $5 million to Stand Up to Kids. As individuals, we are powerful.
But never as powerful as we are when we come together. The strength of us, priceless.
Ace offers free assembly and delivery, so it's never been easier to get a great grill for your family, like a Traeger wood pellet grill, or Weber gas grill, or a Big Green Egg charcoal grill. Only at your neighborhood Ace.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware plus.
New chicken nuggets from KFC?
Everybody's gonna want these. Just take these inside.
Try new Kentucky Fried Chicken Nuggets for just $3.49.
Claire stayed in this amazing hotel and paid this much for her room. Jess stayed in the same hotel and paid a lot less. How? Let's go back. While Claire found her hotel on her usual booking site, Jess found her deal on Trivago. Have a look-see, Claire. Trivago compares hotel offers from major booking sites so you can find the best deal for you. Hotel Trivago.
DoorDash order.